are back for another great episode here with Chasing the Ride, brought to you by Rider Justice. Currently, we're set up at Colorado Motorcycle Expo, one of the finest motorcycle events in the area, one of the oldest swap meets. This has been going on since about 1978, I think. I am joined by my friend and sponsor in a professional kind of way. I don't have to go to meetings or anything like that. Mr. Scott O'Sullivan, the O'Sullivan Law Firm.
That'd be hilarious if I was your sponsor.
I was like, yeah, well, yeah.
I think you should do that.
You have too much control. I'm not giving that to you.
Well, I appreciate it. And we're joined here now with Chris and Dylan. And so one of the things we do is just a quick introduction. You don't have to tell us your life story. We're going to work it out of you. So first, tell us who you are, Chris. And lead us up.
Yeah, my name's Chris Berner. I put on a local motorcycle show called the Colorado Clambake, and I'm also the president of the local Rocky Mountain chapter of the Antique Motorcycle Club.
Nice. Dylan?
I'm Dylan. I'm the owner of Colorado Motorcycle Adventures, Western States' premier motorcycle adventure touring outfit and rental company. And then also we launched a service arm recently called Adventure Motorcycle Works, which is taken off in the Denver area. So stoked on that too.
I love it. We're getting all different flavors of motorcycles on Chasing the Ride, and these are two genres that I'm not involved in, but I love it. And I've heard of your show, Clambake, in the past. I haven't been to it. I'm excited to hear about it. But Scott usually likes to kick it off, so I'll allow it.
Oh, thank you. I have the floor. So one of the quick things we always ask is, when did motorcycles enter your life? When was your first ride? When did you get that bug? We can start with you, Chris, or Dylan, whoever, yeah.
Yeah, growing up, I think we got our first motorcycle when I was about 5 or 6 years old, got a dirt bike, and literally ever since then I've always been on two wheels. But one memorable time period of going on first street bike ride with my uncle around the neighborhood on his Harley Sportster, and I had my bicycle helmet on and begging mom, can I go? And yeah, I think ever since then it was just kind of like, I got to be on the road.
That's awesome. How about you, Dylan?
Well, I grew up in Michigan, so we didn't have as much dirt out there as we do here. So it started with boatercycles. So I started on jet skis, right?
Boatercycles, I like it.
Nailed it.
And so moving out to Colorado, you trade the lakes for the mountains, right? And moving out here, got on a dirt bike about a decade ago, and it was love ever since.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so as you guys progress, because when did you move to Colorado?
2012.
What started to plant the seed for you for CMA?
Well, I came from the heavy equipment rental industry, so I had a passion for power sports and two wheels. We got bought out by Sunbelt Heavy Equipment, so I was looking for another rental outfit to acquire, and we came along and found Colorado Motorcycle Adventures and took it over and have been growing it ever since.
Yeah, I remember meeting you and your dad at the Overland Expo in Loveland, and you guys were just putting it together, and you're like, do you think it's a good idea? And I'm like, it's a fucking great idea. Yeah, you should do that.
Yeah, it was awesome. It's turned out really well. We've grown a ton since then. We have a bunch of major partnerships that we're working on still yet, and just moved facilities in Golden, so that's exciting.
Well, Golden's amazing. That's an awesome place to go to every single day of the week. What I want to know is, you say that you've been growing so much. So not to sound like I'm in a marketing meeting, but what are the KPIs of, just kidding. What are the things that...
Well, I got those if you want them.
Key performance indicators. What are the things that you've seen grow within the business since y'all took it over?
Well, I mean, just our reach has really expanded. Most of our problem is that nobody knows that we're here, right? That has grown a ton in the last 4 years since we've taken it over. We've probably doubled our yearly customer base since then. And then just expanded our tour offerings and really increased our fly and ride stuff, where we'll go to a rally and bring motorcycles out to that event, and then people can fly in from wherever. We'll shuttle them in, they can ride, and go out from there, and then we'll take the bikes home, they fly home.
That's awesome. I love that. Yeah, and you're right. Like, step one into starting to focus on growing your business is letting people know you exist. Yeah. Just like, hey, man, I'm over here, getting the word out, just establishing the fact that you are in business and you're here to have a good time. And that takes a lot of effort by itself. just to be seen. And then once that happens, you got to do something with that attention. And it sounds like y'all have invested in a great line of motorcycles. You've got a lot of gear. They rent gear when they come to your shop and everything.
Yeah, so we have all the ADV bikes, Hondas, we're a KTM North America and Aprilia North America partner, as well as some BMWs. And we have a full line of Moscow Moto, like reckless systems for rent, as well as Revit gear and some climb gear to put on when you go out to ride.
That's awesome.
So, Chris, when you first started riding, you got the bug. Where does it mature into, and how does it turn into the Clambake?
Yeah, I mean, growing up, being a skateboarder, you kind of fall into that subculture and kind of go down the rabbit hole of, music, art, and through that found Max Schaff. He's kind of like a very well-known chopper builder, skateboarder out of the San Francisco Bay Area, and that took me to that genre of motorcycles, and then all those choppers are back in the time period of like the 60s and the 70s. They're all old bikes, and just wanted to, aesthetically, those are what caught my eye, and functionality, the mechanics of them, they're easy to work on. You look cool on them.
Did you grow up in the Bay Area, or are you?
No, I'm from Pennsylvania originally.
Where in Pennsylvania? What kind of part?
Allentown. It's about an hour north of Philadelphia, hour west of New York City, and been out here for about 7 years now.
Nice. Yeah, welcome. It's a good place to be. New Jersey originally for me, not too far from Allentown.
Oh, nice.
And that whole area is just so beautiful, and you can learn about all this different kind of riding that happens out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we get all the seasons, so we get a winter for building season. You got some downtime.
That's a great way to look at it.
Yeah. Summertime is beautiful. The green, the foliage in the fall time. It's amazing.
And I think it's overlooked, especially Pennsylvania. Some of the greatest riding. You get the hills, you got it all. Farm country, Amish country, Mennonites. I mean, it's all just so beautiful out there.
Yeah, absolutely. We certainly have it all. And it's a lot bigger than people think.
It's huge to go across the
very much
state.
is.
There's sometimes I'm like, when is this going to end? When's Pennsylvania going to end?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea until I was on tour. We were up at, what is the drag racing track in Pennsylvania? I can't remember. It doesn't matter. But in my off time, I was able to take a bike and go for rides every day. And I was in that mode where I was like, I won't use my GPS. I'll go that direction. And when I look at my watch and go, okay, I'm probably at the halfway point. Let me see where I am and take me back home. There's not a wrong turn to make when you're out there in Amish. Maple Grove. That's where I was thinking about it. Maple Grove NHRA racetrack. And it's all Amish country out there. Which means the vehicles that have been on them aren't big enough or heavy enough to damage them. And they're windy. There's not a wrong road to take. Go right, go left, doesn't matter. You're going to smile about it. It's a really cool thing.
Yeah, you probably ended up going the wrong way than what you thought you were going.
Yeah, which is the right way, in my opinion. Yeah, most everything that started with a bad decision turned into a good idea.
Yeah, it's fun out there. But I love it out here. The mountains, it feels more like home here than it does back there.
Oh, and how quickly did you get Clambake going after being a citizen of Colorado?
It's going on its 4th year this year, but just being a member of the motorcycle community as soon as I moved out here, just wanted to participate in whatever I could, and I just felt like there wasn't a really good, kind of like vintage motorcycle chopper show, so just took the gamble. I was like, I want to try one, and it worked, and just want to keep it going.
Did you ever go to Love That Chopper? Were you here for any of those?
I wasn't, no, but I know Nick and Andrew very well.
Yeah, me too.
So it's, they've give their blessing of like, we like what you're doing, so it feels cool.
That's really rad. So how did you get yourself into the community after getting here?
I'm just a very social person. I don't know, I feel like maybe my demeanor, I'm easy to talk to with people, especially like the love of motorcycles and stuff like that. I love helping people out, machining something, fabrication stuff. Like helping people out. Just do it for a case of beer, no money.
I mean, I do like beer.
What is your day job?
I work in the fine art services industry, so I deal with high-end art collectors and art museums on a day-to-day basis. I'm a facilities and operations manager there. My background is in fine arts and museum studies.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. So, and this is the reason I brought it up, because I figured you had this day job, but then you have this whole passion that is like a whole nother
day job.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And put this together. And so, tell me how do you do that dance?
I mean, it's all for the love, so you kind of just, you find the time to want to be able to do it. You kind of make it work. I got, my fiance is super supportive of everything that we do together, and then, great friend group that want to help out and all that they can. So, yeah, it doesn't feel like all the load is on me, but it's, a shared love to try to do it for everybody.
So what's a current project you got going on right now? You seem like you always got one probably going, don't you?
In the garage?
Yeah.
Yeah, always got something going. I just finished up a cool little Ironhead Survivor bike that we have at the AMCA booth over there. I like the old flatheads, so working on a K model right now and just trying to, work on stuff like that. I'm actually starting to get into more like adventure stuff. We're doing the Bitwell 100 race coming up in April out in the Mojave Desert, so doing on my 68 Ironhead.
Nice, that'll be awesome.
Yeah.
As a guy who lives in the dirt, man, the smile says it all. As a guy who lives in the dirt, what kind of advice should you give?
Send it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna.
I love it.
Bury that throttle.
It's tough. It's fun though.
How do you get prepared for something like that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. We're figuring it out. But
We did it
20
last
minutes.
year, and my legs were toast by the end of the day. Like, woke up the next morning, could hardly walk, so maybe just a
Well,
little.
they call it a sport.
Yeah.
It requires an athletic effort there, bud.
Yeah. So just a little exercise. I don't know. Mentally prepared. Have fun. That's what it's all about.
I mean, Ironheads are known for giving you problems. Like, that's how they keep you in the relationship.
Yeah. There's some history with this bike here locally. The old president of our AMCA chapter, he had his own shop here in town for a couple of decades, actually. Legends MC, and the bike that he built, he won the national ARMA title on for vintage motocross. So I was able to buy it from him and keep racing it and keep the history going.
Oh, that's really, really cool. I love a good long story where the heritage gets to continue.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the big part of all these when you bring flatheads back to life. Those are some of my favorite motors that Harley ever made, just aesthetically. I think they're absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, and like they take zero effort to keep running. You could fix them on the side of the road if you have to.
You just get some plumbing parts, you'll be fine.
Exactly. As long as there's oil in it, then you're good.
Well, how has what you've been doing in the ADV and the dirt bike community affected the community aspect of it? Do you have like any gatherings or events where you've got like open house type stuff going on?
We will have an open house coming up here in the spring once we get our
Well, I'm glad I asked the question. Though.
facility.
And he literally
launched.
moved in like 4 hours ago.
Yeah, we finished moving yesterday. I think it was
Literally?
26 truckloads, 70-ish motorcycles,
My
and,
back's hurting right now.
and 2 shops into one.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Well, it's got to be worth it. Anytime you can get everything under one building, you can really start to like get a true scope of what you have in front of you. That'll allow you to do some community events. Because if you're spread out, they're a lot. They're very much, even if they're simple, they require a lot of time. So that's really rad, man. What do you plan on doing at the open house?
Well, we combined forces with House of Motorrad in Boulder, so they've kind of been absorbed by us, and we're going to launch a Moscow Moto showroom at our open house this spring. We'll be the first showroom that isn't at their corporate headquarters up in Washington in the U.S., so that'll be pretty neat.
That's a big move. How do you expect that to change things?
I think it'll drive a ton of foot traffic in and increase what I was talking about and people that actually know about us, so I'm really excited for it. They've been a great partner to us. We're also supporting all the Dusty Lizards this year with those fly and ride style events too. So we'll have bikes on site.
Well, you got to tell people what that is. I have no idea.
So the Dusty Lizards are like probably the biggest ADV motorcycle rally out there at the moment. Really community oriented. Like come up, they got coolers of beer for you and stuff like that. Go out on their curated trails and go rip for the day. Come back. Blazing campfires, typically live music, stuff like that. It's a really awesome event that they put on, yeah.
Why haven't you invited me yet? That's very rude.
Well, come on, I'll bring you along.
Okay, so
I got a +1 for you.
You never get what you don't ask for. That's literally how it works.
So Dylan, I haven't been to the new spot because it's still brand new and smells like a new car. But what you told me a little bit earlier is you're in this kind of confluence of really cool overlanding type area, whether that was by design or not. Maybe talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we honestly just kind of lucked out. the ownership group that owns the property is motorcycle related already. Some of the owners are gunslingers. I guess they do a bunch of paint for
Harley, yeah, they do all the CVO stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I saw the Harley truck backed up to their dock the other day. I was like, whoa, okay. I guess they have like a $5 million paint booth in there that's all robotic or something.
It's insane. So the CVO is custom vehicle operations. They're the bikes with the biggest motors, the most limited edition, extra parts, all that stuff. And most of their stuff comes straight out of Gunslinger, and they've been doing that for a while. It's really cool.
Yeah, so that's awesome to have them right there as our landlords, right? So they know what they're getting into.
Yeah, they get it. That like takes
What's that smell?
the
You
amount
know
of
what that smell is.
apologizing you have to do way down, and the amount of permission to do things you have to ask for way down.
Yeah.
So, way to get rid of all that red tape. Good
Right,
job.
exactly. And working with local landlords instead is just so much better. We were under a big corporate umbrella for the last 7 years, which was kind of irritating. Changed hands twice, our property. Yeah, so new rules and regulations every time it goes along. But yeah, we're really excited. Right across the, I guess, alley parking lot from us is a big van operator. They build out vans, tour rigs, so that's cool. And then on the back side's a couple custom like car shops, vinyl shops. It's just like, it's a perfect like automotive motorcycle area. So
Yeah, you were saying right next to you is Slee Off-Road, which they did my Tacoma. So yeah, you're in this kind of great maker space and also doing really cool stuff for adventures, off-road. I mean, I think it's a great new spot to be because you're going to catch their eye, especially the Slee people. Like they're all kind of interrelated,
Yeah,
right?
if there already isn't any overlap at all between, they already do off-road stuff, like maybe just not on two wheels or haven't tested the waters yet.
But they will.
Exactly.
Oh, they will. Bike curious, right?
yeah, exactly. They want to be off-road. They're just not as cool.
That's right.
I think dirt is like one of the best like gateways into like, because I love Harley, so like I'm on the street almost the entire time, and it's learned on a dirt bike, learned how to just shift through the gears and not fall over in my buddy's yard, and then just rode bikes when I had access to them until I got my own much later, like 20 years ago. And the dirt, there's just something about the dirt. I don't know if it's less intimidating. I don't know if it's the power to weight ratio of the motorcycle you're on, but there's a certain amount of freedom that you will never get from a road bike that you find in ADV and in dirt bikes. And it is like the party you were describing sounds absolutely a bunch of knuckleheads going somewhere where your truck can't get to. And we're going to light a bunch of shit on fire at the end of the day after I ride a bunch of miles and drink a bunch of beer and probably swap a bunch of stories. And, like, there's nothing around. Like, there's no light pollution in a lot of these areas that you go to. So it's a whole different level of being removed and amongst a community at the same time.
Yeah, those events are incredible. I mean, you just go and get lost out in the mountains. I mean, last year they do a Moab event out in the middle of nowhere. Idaho, up in the Sawtooths, and then Ouray, out in Colorado, obviously. But yeah, it's really a cool event. They just to get lost out there, and yeah, you come back with the war stories, and you're like, "Where's Bob? He'll be back eventually." On the truck, maybe, but he's coming. So
He's making his way down. I started him sometime on Tuesday.
yeah.
Do you find that you have enough time to be able to go to some of these events? Because a lot of times what happens to us is we start working in the thing that we're passionate about, and then it's hard to go find or make time for that passion.
So the events are where I get to ride.
There you go.
Yeah, because I got to drive the truck and trailer and bring all the bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can transport 12 on just my rig. I'm hoping to get a bigger trailer this year and get up to, I don't know, a 20-ish number.
America.
That's right.
we could go bigger, I swear. Hold my beer.
I was up at the KTM rally last year. We were supporting that. So we're their rental partner for the North America KTM ATV rally. And I saw this guy. He had this metal roof rack thing with a full-size four-door side-by-side up on top with 3 ADV bikes on the back. This is on top of his 3500, and I'm like, I want that. So my buddy up in my buddy up in Minnesota is working on the fab for me, so I can put 9 full-sized ADV bikes on top of my rig, plus pulling another 9 in the trailer behind.
You just push them off.
How many times
then?
have you seen Mad Max?
Quite a few. More metal, the better.
I was just saying, you just push them off then to get them off.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
They can take it.
I'll definitely ride them up. I don't know how I'm going to
Catch.
get them down.
You're going to see this hydraulic utility crane come out of the bed of the truck and just start dropping bikes off to the side.
Don't tell me with cranes. I love cranes. If it's hydraulic muscle, it's
I'm
good to go.
just trying to plant some seeds here. I don't have the time or aptitude to do it. I want to see you do it.
Hell yeah.
So, Chris, I got a question for you. How did it come up with the name Clambakes? And is there actually clams?
There's no clams.
What
It's
the fuck? Like,
You lie.
I'm an East Coast guy. You grew up, did you? No, Pennsylvania, probably not doing actual Clambakes.
well, actually, so yeah, so my family reunion growing up on my mom's side of the family, it was a clambake every year, and it was kind of like this family gathering of
Totally.
all sides of people you've never met, but they know you, and
Exactly.
that's exactly what I wanted to do. It's just wanted to make this kind of, or at least try to make a family reunion for the goal was Denver, and like now it's kind of just like more of Colorado, and just get everyone together. It doesn't matter what you're into as far as like bikes, just come together for these 6 hours and let's have a good time and just enjoy each other's company.
And my understanding is you kind of move around. Where are you going to be this coming year?
I'm hoping to make that phone call today. Don't want to.
Got it.
Well, where have you been in the past?
We've done it at this bar at Gold Point out in, kind of like Rhino area for the first 2 years, which is
You
super
mean
fun.
River North.
Yes, River North
I
Arts
will
area.
not comply.
And then last year we were at this space on 5th and Santa Fe called Town Hall Collaborative. It was like kind of indoor-outdoor spot, but last year we were able to incorporate some vintage vans and trucks as well, just because my heart lives there as well. And I just want to keep that going. Some like vendor space of cool art, handmade stuff that all kind of ties back together.
Can I bring my 72 Chevelle?
Please, we'll talk after this.
So is there anything that you're doing differently with your show without giving away the venue itself than you have in the past?
No, just want to keep it growing, slowly, not trying to force anything.
Well, where are you at right now with the number of custom vehicle entries in your show?
Yeah, last year we had 40 bikes in the show and 30 vehicles, and it's kind of like an invitational show. I just wanted to be a little more curated than a drive-in show like that. So it's a little more thought into it, but hoping to have at least the same amount of participation this year than last year, and slow growth.
Nice. I like it. And what I love about it is you're curating it, like you said, but also trying to make it just open and, bring out the joy of everybody just kind of bringing the
Yeah, one of my favorite shows that we go to is the One Moto show up in Portland, and the diversity there in all of the bikes, like vintage Africa Twins and stuff like that. I love those bikes. The early kind of like Dakar rally bikes are super sick. So I'm a part of a vintage motorcycle club or a vintage motocross club as well. So trying to incorporate some of those guys that have some early, like Rickman Triumphs and BSAs, and just kind of build that diversity and not just choppers. I love them, but it's cool to look at other stuff.
There's more out there, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I actually just saw like a 87 Yamaha old school dirt bike come through our shop the other day for some suspension internals, and I was like, dude, tight. It was mint shiny. I was like, I haven't seen one in that condition ever, I don't think.
Dude, they're super cool. And even like the old Honda XRs, and it's all very cool.
Yeah, there's been something in the last, probably about 10 years or so in the motorcycle community in general with a lot of these, I guess you could say, eclectic shows that still in some way kind of focus on Harleys, but it's really become motorcycle shows, like Mama Tried Show. Even though it's in Milwaukee, in Harleytown, you will find Italian bikes, Japanese bikes, like German bikes, of course, American bikes all over the place, but of all styles. It's really cool to see that. And Texas has their own with hand-built, and you've got the One Moto in Portland.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to see that actually happening.
And it's cool because, everyone puts the same amount of time and effort, like you said, whether it's a German bike, Italian, like Harleys don't just take more time than anything else. So everything deserves a highlight.
Well, yeah, and it's like, before... there's actually a positive thing about social media sometimes, but before that stuff existed, if you weren't a part of those other communities, you were ignorant to it because you found out about things differently. So if you were a Harley guy, typically you were just a Harley guy. If you were a BMW rider, that was your jam, that was it. And you didn't really weren't aware of so many other things that are out there. And now it's like, with these between the eclectic shows you can physically walk into and now the access to so many different styles and types of motorcycles. I'm always learning about different, OEs and what they've done to their bikes in the past. And then it opens up to so much more custom motorcycles in different ways. And I love that part. I think there's so much room for that. So what do you think, Scott?
Yes. So we've all had our trials and tribulations on our bikes and our adventures. Is there one or two that are just fun ones or devastating, and you're like, God damn it, I'm never riding again, or anything like that you could share?
Only those moments when I got the lady on the back and I'm like, oh man, this is going to take a while to fix, and she's got to just kind of, I'm like, I'm sorry, honey, this is going to take a minute.
Well, I guess mine's kind of like that. She was on the back, but now she rides, so she won't get on the back anymore.
Nice job.
Yeah.
More room for you.
She's faster than me on the dirt.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
How fun is that?
It's awesome.
That's got to be rad to be
Yeah,
able to
she
rip
says she's
around like
not
that.
very good, but she's lying.
Well, yeah, modesty is like a different version of lying. So, yeah, that works out.
Yeah, she went out. She's our tour coordinator for CMA, and she went out on a ride on one of the tours we have a rest day in Buena Vista. So she took the spare bike in the back of the van and was hauling ass. And she finally comes to a stop, and the guys, they're like, holy shit, I've never gone that fast down that road. I could not keep up with you at all. And she's like, what do you mean? I thought you were up my tail the whole time. I was like, I keep telling you, you're an expert rider. Like, come on.
Some people just pick it up that way, and it's really rad. I love that. So what happened whenever you had your partner with you?
Most recent one was I just finished building.
The most recent
Most
one.
recent. Just finished building this pretty nice show chopper that I built, and we went and got some breakfast in the morning. It was running good, and then when we left, it was not running good. And I tried to spend about an hour figuring it out, and it wasn't working. And we were about 2 miles from the house, and on a hot summer day, and I pushed it, and she just walked right by my side the whole way.
Sometimes you got to throw that flag in the air. What ended up being the problem?
I'm pretty sure it was just the carburetor. Some got sucked into the main jet, and it just didn't want to run at all.
Yeah, that will. You have a velocity stack on it or something?
There was a big one on there, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, we call those teaching moments.
I had a few of those.
I've definitely had a few of those. I went to Sturgis one time knowing that my threads were showing on my rear tire, and I was like, I could totally make it. And that's when I was living on a bike, so I had kitchen sink, everything's on the back of this bike. And I'm like, cool, I've got 11 miles. And I was like, okay, I almost messed up my pants. Let me add this to the long list of things not to repeat in the future because it's not worth it.
But sometimes those are the best memories that you make of especially when it's you and your buddies on a camping trip, and whatever, something happens and you're stuck on the side of the road. You didn't mean to stop there, but you kind of take a few minutes to look out to the vista, and you're like, this is beautiful. To look back on those moments, it's cool.
I agree.
Yeah, nobody talks about the sunshine and rainbows moments, right?
Totally.
It's always the stormy clouds.
I saw my buddy Eric in here the other day, and we hadn't seen each other in a minute, and instantly, because when the oopses happen with your buddies, it's ammunition for the rest of your friendship.
Oh, yeah.
To remind them about
Totally.
how you are grounded and you're just a person. You're not as good at this as you think you are. And we were on a group ride. We met each other on the road. We started with 2 riders. We ended up with 8 and all became super tight friends. He quit his job while on the road trip so he could stay on the road trip. It was one of those things. It was awesome.
Jobs are easy to find.
Oh, yeah. And then we found out we were going the wrong direction for 3.5 hours. I was like, you are no longer leading, new friend. And I just left. Everyone's like, well, I guess Dumptruck's going that way, so we're going to go that way. And so, yeah, it never goes away. I love that. It's awesome. I love story time. And that's what this is really all about, sitting down together with people that we respect in our community that are doing things. So when people want to come find you guys, how can they locate you? Website, Instagram, all that. Look at one of them cameras and let us know about it.
I'm really bad about that. I just have a personal Instagram account, which is Sorcerza, but I post all the info.
What did you say it was?
Sorcerza, SORCER.
Well, yeah, you are not good at this.
RZA. So yeah, I don't know. I've a lot of people have told me like you need to make a Instagram account or social media just for the show and a website, and I understand it, but at the same time, like in my mind, I'm like it's just a small show. It doesn't need it. So one day maybe.
I think do what you want to do.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep going with the personal one. So that's what we're doing.
Well, when these kids are ready to party in the dirt, how do they find you?
All right, you can find us at Colorado Motorcycle Adventures, coloradomotorcycleadventures.com, or at Colorado Motorcycle Adventures on Instagram and Facebook. And then also you can follow our service department at advmotorworks.com and advmotorworks on Instagram. We should have our Google addresses updated soon, so come see us at our new shop in Golden.
So, and I do want to say one thing to Dylan, and his credit is really working in a really great way in the community and inviting speakers to come in and hosting accident scene management classes, where actually first aid, and bringing in different groups from all different types, veteran riders, teachers, all these different kind of people. You've really been a great third space for people, and I can't wait to see the new location because it's really important to open the doors to community. It's not just a business, it's your passion, and I really appreciate it from our perspective, and wish you all more success, and I can't wait to see your show, and I'll show you pictures of my car after this.
Yeah, we'll talk.
All right, we got more talking to do because it turns out we actually like each other. So this has been another amazing episode, in my opinion, professional or otherwise, of Chasing the Ride, brought to you by Rider Justice. If you're in a bind or you just need some real information, go to riderjustice.com or call the phone number when you get to the website. This man's going to pick up the phone and help you out.
I'll actually talk to you.
More coming soon.